From 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu Los Angeles headquarters, we welcome you to the 10th Planet Qualifiers. Today's Jiu-Jitsu tournament will consist of the greatest 10th Planet members from around the world. 10PQ rules consist of one 10-minute round where all submissions are legal, no advantages, no points, no judges. If the competitors go past the allotted regulation period, we will go into an EBI overtime. EBI overtime rounds will consist of 1 round minimum and 3 rounds maximum. Both competitors will have the opportunity to submit their opponent using the back or armbar position. The winner will be determined by the fastest submission. However, if there is no submission in 3 rounds, the winner will be determined by the fastest escape time. This is 10PQ.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching today. My name is Mike Wilson from 10th Planet Whittier, joined with my partner in crime today,
Armand Fati, Gracie Laguna Hills.
And we're here live at 10th Planet headquarters from downtown Los Angeles, bringing you the 10PQ's 28, the Welterweights. Armand, today we have a lot of CJJ veterans on the card. This is a 170-pound tournament, only 8 competitors, and the winner gets a spot at the CJJ Worlds at 170. So personally, I think my number 1 pick is going to be Derek Rayfield. He's a CJJ vet who has made it all the way to the semifinals of the middleweight tournament before. Today, again, being 170, I think that's closer to his natural weight class, and he's my favorite. How about you?
I'm going with Michael John of 10th Planet Orange, coming off a strong performance at the Combat Jiu-Jitsu Team Duels, coming in guillotining several of his opponents. I'm picking him as my favorite to win this tournament.
That's a good pick. Well, thank you guys for tuning in today. Make sure you watch and subscribe. All the action brought to you free and courtesy of our master, Edgy Bra.
Edgy Bra!
10PQ is sponsored by 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, practice and killing, all day, worldwide. Texas Butchers, high-quality Texas meats delivered to you. Use promo code 10PQ to receive 25% off your first 2 months. 10th Planet Network on Instagram. 10P Culture and Community Content. Rubber Guard Assassins on Instagram. The largest collection of curated rubber guard content on the internet. Mastering the Metal, the story of James Watson and Eddie Bravo. Print and audiobook available now. Los Otros on Instagram, proud supporters of grappling. USA Grappling, the only path to the UWW World Championship. See the website for upcoming qualifiers. Eddie Bravo's podcast, Look Into It. This event is presented by the Grappling Network. Check out their 24/7 streaming channel available on YouTube and other platforms. This is 10PQ.
In the dark, Lucifer's aloofness in heart. My tongue will suffice, afflicted by the will to survive. For every cruelty inflicted, redirection and flight. Retribution retrofitted for more than physical fights. The fusion of life, experience, and fiscal insight. The future is bright, fuck yeah, I'm casting the light. Producing a score, starring like I need an encore. Navigating the waves till I arrive on the shore. Step over the graves, peaceful knowing no one is saved. Pero listo, no me brindo. Know what I'm saying? My upbringing on the East Coast, fought for the beast mode. Never forget to represent for my people. Show some respect, this main speaker is keynote. Plus he's been puffing on that OG weed smoke. Swing low, sweet chariot till we croak. It's cheat code, homie, only thorough amigos. V5 from fuck you and then some. Giant aspirations got you playing the victim. Bliss comes and goes when the passion is low. Sorrow is sweet sedative, price right medicine. Evident in the way that you pine for attention. Get rid of the chip on your shoulder, playtime's over. Tonight with the new and the sound cliche. Careful with the words that you use when you turn in a new leaf. Finding a new scene, you running for shadow figures and haunt you in your dreams. It's time to start a new chapter. This life's a misery, happily ever after. Mixed with tragedy, trying to avoid disaster. And you can cover it up with a little laughter. And I guess we tryna do our best. Move some trees for that stress. Homie, know what you got on deck, yeah. I'm moving on to the next, cause the show don't stop unless someone cutting them checks on. Let's go. And I know you hear me, can you see me? Is this really true life? If you a fan and you can feel me, yeah. I'm saying this is a job, I've been doing this for a minute. We rise and we fall when we answer the bell. 5 rounds of going through hell, should've finished them in the first. Get that payout for real, so get them bucks up.
I always teach you guys something basic that everybody can learn. We're out of honor today.
All right, guys, thank you for joining us here today. 10 Planet Qualifiers, number 28, the Welterweights. I'm Mike Wilson from 10 Planet Whittier, joined today by my partner in crime,
Armand Fati.
and we are here watching, again, the Welterweights 170-pound division. We got Derek Rayfield from 10 Planet Vegas taking on Brent Calhoun from 10P Santa Fe. And if you guys are regular watchers here at the qualifiers, or you've seen the big shows on UFC Fight Pass, then Derek Rayfield is a name and a person that should be familiar to you. He has won the 10 Planet Qualifiers twice, and he's been a finalist, I believe, 4 times at various weight classes, from 155 all the way up to 185. So today, 170 is the weight class, the welterweights. It's a little bit closer to Derek's natural weight, and I think we're going to see a good performance from here today.
Yeah, Derek landing on top of the fight. Gaining an advantage early, really driving Mike's, is it Mike?
That's Brent Calhoun.
Brent Calhoun.
Is on the bottom.
Brent.
Right now, defending against Derek Rayfield. Rayfield with some nice head pressure, controlling the action, passes to mount, trying not to get that foot caught in a quarter guard. He's got a far side underhook, and he is starting to open up the arms of Brent Calhoun. Heavy hip pressure from Rayfield on top.
Rayfield in a position here where he's able to drive a lot of pressure on the face.
To Derek today before, I've actually cornered Derek at the 10 Planet Qualifiers about 3 to 4 times, and we've had quite a bit of experience, and Rayfield has been here many times, again at the Qs or in the big show at CJJ, being a semifinalist at the 185 tournament last year. He ended up losing against Ryan Aiken in OT. But here we are at the 170 again, more natural weight class for him. And he's looking for his opportunity. We've seen him, again, at this weight class actually take on quite a few 10P OGs. He's had some matches with PJ Barch. I'm sure some people remember those. Looks like some repositioning by referee Scott Ross needed some assistance. Coming off the wall, little lull in the action, and we're right back to it. Little adjustment going on here. Nice bridge attempt by Calhoun. Nothing doing. Rayfield able to go the Americana with the head wrap. Not in a position to finish that, but looks like Derek's going to go to the head and arm. A position I've seen him finish from the back. It doesn't look like Derek's grips are in a good spot to finish that, so he's going to go dead orchard attempt, Dr. Armand. And this is Derek. We've seen him do this many times. Gets the submission victory, dead orchard armbar.
Dead orchard right there. Derek was able to lock up the shoulder with his legs, allowing for extension of that arm.
That match was, I mean, he was scrapping for sure. I couldn't be loose on anything. Everything had to be tight and slow. First match, I want to make it fast, save my cardio for the rest of the tournament, but no doing that there. I had to be slow, had to be perfect. He ended up rolling me through and got him in a dead orchard. I'm planning for the next matches. Same thing, maybe don't get rolled this time.
Back to the action. We're going to have Scott Bowler from 10th Planet San Diego taking on Antonio Gonzalez from 10th Planet Corona. Both guys wearing all black. Antonio from Corona, also known as Tony, he's got the mullet mohawk variation. Scott Bowler from SD with the shorter shaved head. And Tony, I know personally, I've trained with him here and there over the years. He's a wrestling coach, so I expect to see some decent stand-up from him. Scott Bowler, I haven't seen compete I'm not sure how familiar he is to me. I know he trains with the Freaks, but not sure exactly what to expect. Should be an interesting matchup. A little flying guard pull by Tony.
I think that flying guard pull was a good moment to thank our sponsors, Texas Butchers, 25% off and 2 free steaks monthly. Use promo code 10PQ. 10th Planet Network on Instagram, the 10th Planet culture and community content ran by our own Michael Plaster, and Rubber Guard Assassins, the largest repository of rubber guard technique online. Mastering the Metal, the story of James Watson and Eddie Bravo, print and audiobook available now on Amazon. USA Grappling, the only path to the UWW World Championship. Look into it podcast, Eddie Bravo's Mind Unleashed. And this show is presented to you by Grappling Network. High quality Texas meats. 25% off.
They're good stuff. They're good stuff. Definitely check them out, guys. And we're going to see an advancement here. Scott Bowler got the arm trapped and the back against Tony Gonzalez, and he's working the rear naked choke grip, and he's got the only arm that Tony has left to defend tied up. He's going to go D-Sev, belly down. I can't see a way Tony could get out of that, and he is forced to submit. Very technical by Scott Bowler. Again, not super familiar with him, but impressive showing. Face down RNC.
The worst position in jiu-jitsu is to be belly down.
Yeah, it was good. Like, I can't believe it went that low. I was worried about his wrestling. I'm glad I didn't get far triangle. I'm gonna do something cool. I'm in front of fucking Eddie. I'm on YouTube, so I'm gonna try a trick move. I got a trick, so.
We are live with the welterweights, and we're coming into our third first-round matchup with Jose Vasquez from 10P Burbank taking on Angel Villegas. Villegas representing the 10P Freaks in the purple belt rash guard. Jose Vasquez in the all black and gray. And first time for both of these guys, I believe, here at the 10P qualifiers. Again, 170 pounds. And this is their opportunity to show out in front of not only their teammates and coaches, but Master Eddie Bravo. Watching Matt's side, of course, all the action as we see Angel Villegas on top, attempting to pass the guard of Jose Vasquez on the bottom. Vasquez in that butter half position, controlling the leg of Villegas, going for an outside.
Vasquez looking to get on top of the fight here. Possibly look for leg entanglement or potentially an electric chair sweep, which is a leg entanglement / sweep. Entering the legs there. There's Vasquez.
A good attacks. He's going for this calf crush. Almost gets heel hooked. Ooh, it is forced to tap by Angel Villegas with the inside heel hook counter to that calf slicer. He wanted that Sean Roberts style calf crush, and it ended up costing him, leaving his inside leg exposed for the heel hook counter.
Jose's foot got caught in the cookie jar there.
Nice win for Angel Villegas from San Diego.
workout.
Angel Vegas, started on lumbar. Shout out to Omar Castillo. Thank you, Boogie, San Diego, everybody out here. Brand, Joe Shaw. Okay, lumbar.
Tweak.
If you guys are fans of the qualifiers or just fans of EBI or combat jiu-jitsu in general, you've seen Michael John. Michael John recently led the 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu combat jiu-jitsu team to victory at the recent CJJ team duels, and that was a super exciting event. You watched that one, Armand?
I was watching as a fan. I thought for that reason is my pick to win all this.
He's got a great guillotine, good wrestling, good heel hooks, attacks and defense. Michael John is also one of the more consistent competitors, I would say, in this bracket. He competes at least monthly, if not more.
Michael John comes up to 10th Planet HU on occasion. Oh, looks to wrap the neck, something he's known for. Closes his guard, legs crossed. Now he can put some pressure on the neck as he extends his body away. It's hard to tell from that angle if he has both hands connected. He does, and he uses that to get on top. Gives him access to a little more pressure, but he's caught up in the legs. Getting past the legs there, allowing him to really curl that neck. And a little tap right there. You could have called it. You could have called it. Mike John by guillotine.
Winner by guillotine is Mike John.
I'm good. I feel good. Good to get in and out nice and quick. Thought he was a strong wrestler, looking for that shook by a lot. So I was like, oh, the head's going to be there. He'll put it there for me. Just relax. I should do well.
We're moving in to the semifinals, and we got Derek Rayfield taking on Scott Bowler. Rayfield, of course, coming from 10th Planet Vegas. And I've trained with Derek since Derek was about 12 years old.
So what you're saying is you're neutral on this one.
I'm neutral on this one. You know, I love Derek, but I also can't stand him. So I'm, in the way that you can't stand a little brother. So, you got to love him.
If he loses, that's okay.
I wouldn't mind seeing him get strangled. I'm just going to put that out there. But, ultimately, as much as my heart wants that, my brain knows that Derek is very dangerous. Again, he's been training since he was a little kid. He's been in multiple CJJs. And, he's the favorite here, I think, for a reason. And Scott Bowler, although he looked great in his first match, taking it to Antonio Gonzalez, ended up finishing with an RNC strangle. I haven't seen Bowler outside of that first match, but it was impressive. He did get through Antonio pretty easily, pretty quickly, and same thing with Rayfield. He finished his first match with his trademark. Ooh, nice duck under to the back. Rayfield keeping that claw grip from the duck under all the way through, and he looks like he's still about to take the back of Bowler somehow.
What's great about that grip is it gives you access to the back, but it could also be a submission if they don't give their back.
Right. And this is an interesting cradle pin that Rayfield has on him. Oh, and Bowler kind of turned it into a Boss Rutan headlock.
Yeah. Oh, but rolled over.
And Rayfield pops out. He's going to be on the back. And, Rayfield again staying on that back. Man, I'm liking how Bowler defends. He's pretty good at getting his hips squared away to the mat and staying tight on his defense.
Derek not overcommitting his hips.
Look at how Rayfield's got a grip over that arm of Bowler's, and now he's got him in a crucifix if Rayfield wants it.
There you go. Hear the coach kind of.
Rayfield asking which one should he do. Getting instruction from Coach Casey, and Bowler's going to use this opportunity to stand up, and he's going to get rolled to his back. Rayfield deeper in the crucifix, got the Kimura grip on the single arm. We could see a one-arm strangle from Rayfield here.
Bit of a dilemma there for Derek to kind of decide, do I go for the arm, do I go for the neck? Kind of switches, maybe go for triangle.
He's staying on that arm, which is nice. He's got the Kimura grip. He's able to control Bowler with that, and now he's going to use it for the back take, possible triangle setup.
Such versatile control with that Kimura grip. You see that figure 4 lock Derek has
Derek's
on
got
Bowler's grip.
He's got the bottom hook in now as well, and he's working on the top. Follows him. Bowler, again, has really good hip mobility and explosive. He's able to hip heist and get back to a turtle position and defend Rayfield's second hook really well. I'm interested to know Bowler's history as like a wrestler or MMA fighter perhaps, because he seemed to got that positioning down. He exposes the back without being in submission danger, and that's indicative of being a good MMA guy or a wrestler of some sort.
Derek looking to fold Bowler onto his back.
Rayfield, again, holding on to that head and arm. He's going to look to finish that right there. That's something Derek calls the struggle snuggle, and he does. He finishes it. That head and arm from the rear, he basically turns it into a arm-in Ezekiel style finish. Yeah, and he calls it the snuggle bug. And I've seen Rayfield finish people with that several times in the past. It's kind of one of his moves, and he gets it here today against Scott Bowler.
I'm feeling great. I've gone through 2 matches now. That match was a little bit more tiring, but I have more than enough for another 10 minutes plus overtime if needed. So I'm feeling pretty good. Well, the finals, we're going to figure out who I'm going against here. My money's on Mike John about that guy. We've done this twice in the finals. He's not going to give me nothing easy. He never has been. So, I feel like a knight riding his horse on the front lines, knowing it's just going to be a fucking pain in the ass. But I want to come up on top.
All right, guys, coming back at you. 10th Planet Qualifier 28, the welterweights. We got Michael John from 10th Planet Orange about to take on Anthony Barreto from 10P Ventura. Oh, I'm so sorry. Angel Villegas from 10P San Diego. Angel in the purple, again representing the 10 Planet Freaks. Michael John in the black and red rash guard representing 10 Planet Orange. And we got a black belt versus a purple belt here in this match.
And don't let rank deceive you. People are good.
People are good.
High quality Texas meats. Texas Butchers 25% off the first month subscription plus 2 free steaks monthly. Use promo code 10PQ. Just I keep wanting more and more steak the more I keep reading this announcement.
Yeah, I mean they're just like the same size, same build. I could tell Villegas has got some wrestling or MMA experience of some kind. Michael John hits a nice single leg crackdown, lands on top, stays out of the guillotine.
Villegas went to the barber and he said, "Give me the Mike John," and the barber said, "I got you."
Yes, he did. Michael John jumping back on the feet from the top position. And that's something MJ does really well is he will attack submissions and kind of, what people would assume would be to give up position. But in reality, Michael John just turns it into more opportunities. He's got a really unique game in that he finds submissions from top and bottom, and he's not afraid to go 100% to try to finish from either position. As we see here, he's going inside heel hook attempt from the leg pummel position. Not quite a 50-50. Oh, he isn't 50-50. His own heel's a little exposed. And we saw Angel hit that inside heel hook on Jose Vasquez in the first round. So it wouldn't surprise me if Villegas does feel comfortable here. Again, he's digging out the inside heel hook on Michael John. Michael John toe slips. And now he's back on his offense. I would like to see Michael John pay more attention to his defense. I think he's getting a little deep in here with Angel Villegas, who seems very comfortable in the 50-50.
Michael John not overreacting. He's in a tricky spot, but he knows how to keep himself composed.
Villegas going for that secondary leg, leaving a little exposure for Michael John to kind of roll through. Again, he's going inside heel hook. Michael John forced to roll through. He's going to be forced to roll through a few times unless he's able to pummel his feet. Really good positioning here by Villegas. I'm pretty impressed with his 50-50 knowledge. I like how he's underhooking under the knee with his top arm while digging out the heel hook grip with his left arm. That's indicative to me that he spends a lot of time at 50-50 and he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, you gotta see.
He's got an overhook now, but before when he was underhooking the leg of Michael John with his right arm, let's see if he goes back to it right here. He's focused on separating. Michael John separating the feet. Ooh, going outside heel hook on that secondary leg. Not super effective. Michael John's going to force the roll in the inside heel hook. Michael John needs to defend his own.
Each guy trying to wrap the other guy's heel to be able to put pressure on the knee. But both guys keep slipping the heel away.
Yeah, some good exchanges here. Back to the 50-50. Villegas pulls him in. Still a lot of time on the clock, but we've seen a lot of leg action. MJ kind of extending his leg in order to get some sort of positioning here. Angle superiority becomes big. And I like how MJ is getting his inside knee to the ground. It's going to force him to be able to maintain some defense as he goes offense here. Villegas rolls through, almost comes up on top. MJ disengages, and we're out of the 50-50. Good action. I'm pretty impressed with Villegas' leg knowledge. It was good.
They're going back and forth. I mean, definitely Mike John has to respect that. You know, it doesn't matter if it's a black belt, purple belt. They come out here with skills, they drill.
And there he goes.
Look at this. What an
right into
entanglement.
the honey hole, rolling through, ends up in the outside Ashi position. He's got a good grip and good counter roll back by Michael John. Pulls him into 50-50. Now he's working on separating his feet. Michael John with the inside heel hook attempt coming up.
You see the pointed toes of Villegas.
Villegas. Yeah, Villegas. Yeah, he's doing a really good job of ballerina towing when he needs to.
Ballerina toes.
But MJ's able to pull him back into 50-50. He's got half a grip here.
Villegas.
Separating the feet. Let's see if he goes backside. Oof. Closer on that backside 50-50 attempt is Michael John. I like how Michael John gets his inside knee to the mat. That is a little bit more protection defensively when you get your inside knee to the floor and you're able to lock your triangle.
It changes the position from 50-50 to a little bit of a higher percentage for you.
Totally. And outside heel hook coming up by Villegas. Again, countered by MJ. And these guys have exchanged enough action now. I think they may not be. I think they felt each other enough out of 50-50. They may not be wanting to play legs anymore. They're going to try to open up their games.
Yeah. I mean, certainly they respect each other there at this point.
Absolutely. Yeah, there was a lot of good exchanges back and forth. Both guys showed a high level of awareness and knowledge in those positions, and I like what I saw.
You can tell this is Angel's game, though, as he's trying to swim that top leg over the top of John's hip and essentially look exactly trying to duck under John to enter the legs. Looking to dance around the legs, left, right, left, right. John used that as an opportunity to absorb one of the legs and enter leg entanglement of his own. The leg is clearly comfortable here, though. Both guys just understanding that getting their heel wrapped will certainly mean potential pressure that can be put on their knee. So
50-50 up here once again.
They look like rubber legs.
Yeah, and again, both guys have a similar build, so the alignment of the positioning. Oh, nice sit-back counter by Michael John. Villegas able to steal heel slip his way out of that one.
You saw him nod a little bit in approval. It's like, nice one, nice one. John used that kind of threat to sit up and take the top. But I don't think top means all that much in this fight. These guys keep swimming under each other. John makes sure he doesn't really enter the leg. See, he wants to control that knee line. You see how John's knee is kind of caught up underneath.
Ooh, and that looks pretty tight here. He's in that honey hole defense. Michael John's having to fight hands, which is usually the last level of defense. And he's able to counter and roll his way through, remaining calm.
Definitely a back and forth leg battle. Both guys have threatened. Villegas definitely seems a little bit more dangerous on the legs just by first glance. Though John's no slouch whatsoever in this area.
Ashi, straight ankle attempt.
Just so effortless the defense that Villegas does. It doesn't look like he's trying to defend.
Nice wrestle up. Michael John coming on top.
But John being a guillotine specialist himself, not about to be caught up in that guillotine.
Yeah, I would imagine not.
He's got that short, stubby neck. He's got that head that can just slip through.
Yeah, both these guys.
You see Villegas with that left hand. He didn't want his wrist pinned to the mat, so he kept it elevated by controlling Mike's wrist. Mike rolling for the arm. sacrificing position, but look how he enters the legs off that entanglement. It's not the loss of one opportunity, it's the gain of another.
Guys entering in 50-50 position.
50-50 kind of indicating the raw percentages of the advantage. So see how they have the same position on each other, essentially. But just a little angle change changes the game for either opponent.
Absolutely. And a nice roll through. Michael John's got a bite on the heel. Villegas doing the right thing, rolling, but he's going to get stuck and jammed at one point, and now he's trying to counter MJ. And he's got a grip on MJ's heel to where Michael John's got to use his arms again. If you see them fighting grips, it's usually the last line of defense, you know, and a good leg locker is going to have different levels of defense before the hands come into play.
A lot of respect between these opponents.
Yep. They were kind of rolling into Master Eddie there, and instead of keeping everything going, Villegas showing some good sportsmanship and kind of resetting.
Villegas relentless with the legs. I would argue John's maybe better kind of a verse just by my appearance, or just what it looks like in overall jiu-jitsu, you know, passing, guillotines, kimuras. But in this game, Villegas clearly does focus.
Nice 50-50 wind of Michael John's legs.
Look at that effortless corkscrew out, freeing his knee.
Yeah, Villegas is really good defense. Like I said, both of them spend the majority of this match now in 50-50, but it hasn't been much stalling. There's been a lot of action.
Oh yeah, they're not like holding back. They're going for it.
No, but I think this one is going to go to EBI overtime, and
a lot of respect for Villegas. He's going against a seasoned black belt and able to hold his own.
yeah, he looked solid in this matchup. Did not look like he was outclassed. He kept it competitive. He had good attacks of his own. A little straight arm lock attempt at the end by MJ, but we're going to head to EBI OT on this one.
Now I'm interested to see how this is, because Villegas is very much a leg lock specialist, I would argue, at this point. I think we've been convinced of that.
Yeah, and energy-wise, you know, both guys had pretty quick submissions in the first round. Michael John only spending about 25 seconds in the first round. Villegas not much more. Michael John choosing the back position, maintaining a good grip. Oh, he's got that D-Sev grip on Villegas' neck. And Michael John, I would say guillotine's his number one. RNC is probably his number two. And he's going to pack that in pretty tight.
Unless Villegas spins towards.
Oh, Villegas got Michael John's feet crossed.
But he still has the back taken.
MJ doing a great job of not allowing his opponent to get his back to the mat. Choke is not fully in here.
John maintaining control of the back, though, per EBI rules.
Nice body triangle by Michael John. He's fighting those hands.
Villegas very resilient.
He's got that RNC grip. Let's see if he can start pulling it in a little tighter.
Talking about a
Yep,
strangle
it's looking
specialist.
like it's packed in, and he's going to tap. Unofficial time. We don't have the official time on that, but that was a sub.
Unofficial.
RNC
Unofficial.
by Michael John, and now Angel is going to get his rebuttal. He has up until the same amount of time that he submitted to submit Michael John. If Michael John escapes before that amount of time, he's automatically the winner. So an escape by Michael John or a submission is the only two ways this can really go.
That's basically it.
And Michael John
Out so
rolls his
quick.
way out to victory. Experience, I always say, is a huge factor in these 10 Planet qualifiers, and Michael John shows it here tonight. EBI overtime victory via RNC.
Michael John avoiding a lot of leg locks there.
Whoa, Angel Villegas. Tough match. I feel like it's just like a version of me. His legs are small, good heel hooks and headlocks. Thank you for the match, my brother. Thank you so much. I'll see you again.
His opponent I'm not familiar with. Are you, Armand?
Not terrible. So who do we got?
Well,
Where
the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, with these last-minute special matches, we need some break time for the two finalists before their final match. So we make it kind of on the fly, you know, who's going to be representing. And it's just a special match. It's just an exhibition, but these guys are definitely going for it. If you've seen the 10 PQs before, you've seen Fedor Nikolov, competitor again from Russia. He's here training at HQ for the last few years, and he's had a number of special matches here at the Qs and has done pretty well. I want to say he's undefeated at the Qs. He's had at least 3, if not, this might be his 4th or more match. He's going to pull guard here.
He's definitely a rubber guard specialist. He's someone who's put a lot of time into his rubber guard. Extremely hard to deal with. He catches me in rubber guard stuff.
There's the Dead Orchard right off the bat.
Look how quick that is. Just, I mean, no time wasted. Straight to the Dead Orchard. It's over.
That was the fastest special match in 10 Planet Q's history, unofficially. Fedor showing that his game is sharp and is looking for some matches. We want to see this guy compete at some of the future Qs.
Hey, I just want to say to all you black belts that were in the building today that didn't go against Fedor, fuck you guys.
Just catched him on the Dead Orchard. He gave me a chance to do it. I did it. That's it.
John had a burner in that last one.
Yeah, that was a longer match. I wouldn't say it was too high-paced. You know, they spent a lot of time at 50-50, even though there was a lot of attacks. But it wasn't a ton of wrestling or, you know, he wasn't getting squeezed from a back control or anything like that. So, you know, I think MJ is going to have more than enough gas to make this a go. Derek here with the body lock, hits the takedown. Michael John able to create some action to scramble back to his feet.
John quick to his feet.
Derek again with the double unders.
John's got a nice frame across his neck, able to prevent that connection. Oh,
Yeah.
but it just gives it up.
He's got an over-under. Derek here. Derek was a runner-up in high school as a wrestler. He was a state champion runner-up a couple years ago in Nevada, so he's definitely got some wrestling experience. Michael John, no stranger to the wrestling either, but I would have to give a slight edge to Derek. Derek's also got some size. He looks to jump to side control with that body lock.
That's jiu-jitsu plus wrestling right there.
Yeah.
You see that clinch
Good
and able
pass.
to run around the pass right off the takedown.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive.
That's both.
Good job by Derek. He's controlling the hips really well. MJ, you know, again, a lot of guys, when they're in the bottom position like this, you wouldn't be so wary of. But Michael John has this tendency to make submissions happen out of nowhere, and even in bad positions, he's able to create off balances and scrambles that he's able to capitalize on. So, you know, although Derek's in control, I would still be wary of when Michael John's able to make some off balance.
Yeah, you notice John has his hands inside the hips there. He'd want to bring his legs into the hips, kind of do like a little backward somersault. That might give him an opportunity to slip out and take Derek's back, but I don't think Derek's exactly ignorant to that.
No, Derek's doing a good job of keeping a tight waist on. He's keeping the body lock, pin in north-south. He's got his hands locked under Michael John's lower back, and that's preventing Michael John from really exploding. Keeping that spine basically under pressure with your grip is going to take away a lot of the explosive power from the bottom player. Derek's starting to pummel some arms a little bit.
Derek knows that he's not in a rush right now.
Definitely not. As he rolls with the body lock grip to the back, getting those hooks into the body triangle.
Despite being teammates, they don't really want to let the other off the hook here because this is actually to get on the big show. So,
100%. You know, again, these guys have met twice before in the finals of different 10 Planet qualifiers. This is the third time that they're meeting in the finals. And Derek has won those two previous matches. And it's starting to look like he might finish this one here. He's got a RNC face crush to the finish. Derek Rayfield, your 170-pound 10P qualifier champion. He's going to represent 10 Planet Jiu-Jitsu at the CJJ Worlds in March on UFC Fight Pass. Congratulations to Derek.
I've competed in like 5 or 6 of these. I think I've won 3. This would make it 4. Yeah, I feel like there's such a difference in my game. You can really see my game evolve as like you watch all these 10 PQs. I think my first one was like 10 PQ 15. Like I felt so strong, I felt so fast. I felt like everything I wanted to do I did, and I'm the only one left standing because of it. Yeah, my first match was a guy from Santa Fe, and he was good. I don't feel like he made mistakes. I was able to get on top. I was able to get to mount. I was working ahead and on. He was doing a really good job of not letting his hand pass like here, so I can get the choke. So I switched it to a little Americana. He actually rolled me through, and I got a dead orchard out of it. My second match, I hit a really nice, just duck under straight to the back, kind of like a little transition unfolded there. I was falling off. I yelled at Casey, "Crucifix her back!" He told me crucifix. I was able to get like a really nice solid position, get the back, eventually get a snuggle bug finish. And then my last match with Michael John, he pulled guard. I've been working with Andy Barella, passing. Same thing with Casey for years, just passing. And I feel like I haven't been good at it until this tournament. And I passed through it like butter. And able to get the back, able to get like a little choke on the nose. I moved out of college. I got a job just so I could train as much as possible with Casey, with Andy. I've just been doing nothing but training. You know, I haven't talked to like a lot of my friends. You know, I've lost a lot of connections like that just because I'm training, and it's for moments like this. To be the best person that I could be, you know, on the mat, off the mat. Just be exactly who I want to be, and I want to be a world champion. Thank you. Congratulations for you as well.
Oh, thanks for that. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Shout out to my mom and shout out to my girlfriend Melody who drove me out here last night. Os.
If he breaks up with her by the time we go to combat jiu-jitsu, you can edit that out. No, I'm kidding. I'm just fucking with you. I love him. Hey, Derek's been with me since he was a little fucking kid. We got pictures up there. Maybe you cut to the little pictures over there when he's a little kid. I'm like 8 years old, 9 years old, 11 years old. Started out at 10th Planet Corona as a kid. Jeremy feels like, dude, I got this kid. He's insane. He's gonna be a UFC champion one day. He always said that. And then boom, you never stopped. Derek Grayfield doing combat jiu-jitsu 155, 170, and 185. He went to the finals at 185. There's nobody like Derek Grayfield. I'm so happy to win.
I've been blessed to have a lot of good coaches who have given me multiple opportunities. You're one of them. Casey's one of them. You guys have really built me up from really nothing.
You're a beast. Always ready to go. Always. Derek is always ready. Never a hesitation. No hesitation.
Love you, sir.